the station that stands for you. This is KCTV5 Campaign 2020.
Now at 9, polls have been closed here locally for 14 hours, and we still don't know who will be sitting in the White House at the end of January.
We knew because of the unprecedented early vote and the mail-in vote that it was going to take a while.
This is an embarrassment to our country.
The counting stopped last night in several states and has since continued this morning, but it could still be hours or days before we have a winner.
We're getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
It ain't over till every vote is counted. Every ballot is counted.
The candidates are both confident this morning in keeping the faith in their campaigns.
And leaders in the states with ballots still left to count are asking the country to stay calm.
We may not know the results today, but I encourage all of us to take a deep breath and be patient.
Good morning, everybody. We thank you so much for joining us right here at 9 o'clock on your post-election day. I'm Joe Chiodo.
And I'm Gina Bullard. Maybe several deep breaths is what we all need. We do want to get to you straight to this crazy presidential race this morning. We still do not have a clear answer when it comes to the question of who will be sitting in the Oval Office come January 20th.
All right, we do want to break down the electoral votes for you this morning. Let's get over to our map right here. Take a look at your screen right now. We want to lay this out for you. Biden sitting at 224 electoral votes. Compare that to President Trump's 213, with the major states of Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Georgia still undecided as of 9:01 here, a day after the election. All four of those states would have a big impact on these results.
And the reason all of those states are still unknown is because of all the absentee and mail-in voting. And three key states, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, election officials, they were not allowed to start processing any of those absentee ballots until on or just before Election Day.
Which is why so many people predicted that we likely wouldn't know who won the presidency last night. Republican-led state legislators opposed changing laws to allow for those earlier preparations. Now, we do have KCTV5 Campaign 2020 team coverage for you this morning. Our Savannah Rudisell discussing this contentious presidential race with a local political analyst to make sense of what's going on for you right now.
And our Abigail James has the response from local leaders about a controversial ballot question in Jackson County.
All those local stories coming right up throughout this hour. But first things first, obviously what everybody is talking about this morning is the race for the president's seat. Still thousands of ballots left to count this morning, and many are expecting most of those to end up being Democratic.
A lot of reporters on Twitter right now who covered the election in 2016 are saying this is reminding them of that election night when things kind of flipped around for President Trump. But this is obviously in reverse and in slow motion as well.
Kind of deja vu in an alternate reality. Wisconsin is still counting votes in hopes to have a result sometime this morning. CBS's Skylar Henry is at the White House with the very latest on the race for the Oval Office this morning.
President Trump tried to declare victory overnight at the White House.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
CBS News has not projected a winner in the race for president, with a number of states still counting ballots, and neither candidate having the 270 electoral votes needed.
We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning.
President Trump said he's ready to go to court to challenge the results. The Biden campaign called the president's remarks a, quote, naked effort to take away the democratic rights of American citizens.
We believe we're on track to win this election.
Former Vice President Joe Biden addressed his supporters in Delaware just after midnight this morning.
We knew because of the unprecedented early vote and the mail-in vote that it was going to take a while. We're going to have to be patient. And it ain't over till every vote is counted.
Because of the coronavirus pandemic, a record number of Americans voted early and by mail. It's taking longer to count those votes in states like Michigan, which hopes to have its results later today.
Maybe beyond tomorrow morning before we actually get the vote count.
And Pennsylvania, where it could be days before there's an official result.
What's most important is that we have accurate results and that every vote is counted.
CBS News projects the president held Biden off in Texas, Iowa, and Florida, while Biden held on to Minnesota. Georgia has yet to be called, partly because a water line break at State Farm Arena delayed counting absentee ballots. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Right now, here's a look at those Missouri results for the presidential race.